This is big news. I guess we got to make a video on this. So basically, Ben Simmons and the 76ers settle financial grievances filed by Ben Simmons because they reached a settlement agreement, which means the Sixers have to pay Ben Simmons because this was the All-Star guard. He filed a grievance against them to recoup a portion of the nearly $20 million the Sixers had withheld against him as a result of not playing games last season, according to Adrian Wojnarowski. Now, the Sixers maintain that Simmons breached his contract by refusing to play and show up for the start of training camp, etc., while Simmons cited that the reason he didn't play with the team or do anything and was so limited in activities was due to mental health. Pretty good argument to go into court with. Hey, mental health, couldn't play, couldn't do stuff. No one, you can't really question that. It's very hard. Someone tell me down below, anybody in law, how does one question, do you have to bring a bunch of psychiatrists in to like just contradict each other? Like Sixers bring in 4 psychiatrists and they're like, Ben Simmons is lying. Then Ben Simmons brings in 8 psychiatrists and they're like, Ben Simmons isn't lying. Is that what it is? Is that how you prove mental health in court? I personally don't know. Maybe as a journalism major, I should learn that. But hey, 14 months later, that story's over. Okay? And it's interesting to understand is the specific amount Simmons will recoup is confidential per Wojnarowski. A team source confirmed all this news to, I'm reading this on Liberty Ballers, which is the Philadelphia 76ers, like SB Nation website. And they did a good job of explaining that, it's weird because the nuanced financial implications stipulations were broken down by David Early right here. And let me read them. So this is great. I'll link it. And basically, what is going on is that Simmons and the 76ers disagreed over the degrees of access that the team and its doctors were allotted to Simmons to diagnose and affirm his medical health situation. And the reason why we probably won't get this. So listen to this. Simmons is using a clause in the CBA to support his claim that players should be entitled to salary whenever unable to play due to mental health issues. The team is hoping that what they felt were clear violations of the uniform player contract precludes their former employer from recouping any money withheld. And so Bobby Marks said an easy way to look at this. Simmons has been fined close to $20 million for a game because he received $16.5 million advance. He's on a pay cycle 11/15 to 4/30. There's not enough in each paycheck to cover the loss. And, it's interesting to see because basically I don't know how much money. My speculation is it's going to be for at least 10 million. 10 million. I think you usually do 50%. It's a weird situation, though. I think they give him at least 50% of his money back. Because, what you have to understand is the result of the maneuver grants Simmons his money, and it may cause concern that other players could follow suit. Mental health issues are not uncommon and should become less stigmatized in professional sports. I don't even think mental health is that stigmatized in sports. Maybe I'm wrong. Because I'm not playing in a professional league. But I'm also somebody who doesn't suffer from mental health. I'm very fortunate. I don't have an addictive personality. I can quit anything I want. Anything I wanted to quit, I just quit cold turkey. I'm not a person who gets depressed. If I ever feel sad, I go start working out. I've read in James Bond books and even, Malcolm X, who talks about depression and stuff like that. And basically in fictional novels and nonfiction autobiographies, everyone says if you ever feel depressed or even bored, and boredom leads to depression, work out. James Bond always says this. Whenever I feel the mind becoming stale, it's one of the lines in the books. He literally gets down and he says, I do 50 push-ups, 50 crunches, 50 setups. And after that, he's like, that'll take 10, 15 minutes. And after that, You know, you just worked out. And I'm very similar way. If I ever feel sad, anxious, whatever, I grab a basketball. I find the nearest basketball hoop near me, or I even go on a run and I just run. Okay. Or I go find a basketball hoop and I just start shooting. Put on some headphones, just start shooting. And my one thing I struggle with, but that's more of a personal choice. I can sleep, and I'm someone who can sleep anywhere. I used to skip school and sleep outside, and in high school, not in college. But I choose not to sleep. I sleep like 3 to 4 hours a night. I nap. I nap every single day. I'm a big proponent of napping. You do not need to sleep 8 hours a night if you nap. Okay, and that's what I do. I usually take a 1 to 2 hour nap, or 2 1 hour naps, and I believe napping is very essential. And I'm so like my girlfriend gets mad because I don't get stressed, I don't get embarrassed, I don't get anxious. The only times I ever do get anxious is due to me overstressing myself. But maybe I'm wrong. There's still stigmatism in professional sports for mental health. But I want to hear your thoughts down below, guys. Like and subscribe.